Hey guys, so sorry, super bright. It is 11 p.m. and I am getting ready to bake my cobbler. So I just had some things that came up this evening, but it's okay because y'all, I'm a late bird anyway. So the only thing that I'm going to make tonight is the peach cobbler because I actually want that to be able to sit and to, be real good for tomorrow. And then the cheesecake's not going to take me long at all, but more than likely I'll get up early tomorrow morning and make the cheesecake. So yeah, so definitely stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and get things set up. I'm trying to figure out where I can put y'all and have a good angle of pretty much of what I'm doing. Yeah, so pretty much I have my pie crust out. Now this is supposed to sit out, let's see. If crusts are refrigerated, room temperature, let stand out at room temperature for 15 minutes. Okay, so this just needs to sit out for 15 minutes. So what time is it now? Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So it is, so pretty much at 11:15, that will be good. But, so here's the pan that I'm going to be using, things like that. So I'm going to, sorry, I'm trying to reposition y'all and do everything else. So, like I was saying, hopefully this pan, I was talking to my friend about it. I didn't get to show her, but more than likely I'm probably not going to get to fill it up as much as I want, but it should be okay for the cobbler still. I just want to go ahead and wash this out. I'm actually going to wait to do that. I want to go ahead and get the peaches and stuff together. So I'm going to get my pan here. I'm just going to put everything in this pan. I'm actually so grateful that I bought this size pan because I was a little skeptical at first, but this is what I'm going to put the filling in, the fruit filling, the peaches, the butter and everything like that. So but I'm going to check back in with y'all in a second. I need to actually go look at the recipe, the video that I've been watching, the lady that whose recipe that I'm doing for this, to make sure I have all my measurements and that everything's right. So I'll check back in with y'all when I get all that written down. So I think that I have everything together, so I'm not trying to be in the kitchen all night, so I'm going to try to go ahead and do this. But anyhow, so first things first, and there's some things that I've already set up. I have my my half cup of flour. I got the half cup of flour, and then I already have, I wish I could angle y'all. Okay. So I have my half cup of flour and I've got my half cup of water. Now all the ingredients, like everything and all that, I'm going to link all that in the description box for this video, because it calls for a variety of things, not a lot, but since it's kind of late, I really don't want to get into all that right now, but I will let y'all know everything that I'm using. So pretty much this flour and water, I'm going to go ahead and pour the water in here. Okay, then I'm going to get a spoon, and I'm just going to mix this up. Now, this is for, I don't know if this is right. I think I had too much, yeah, this is good. Okay. This is actually going to be, this is something that you're going to set to the side. It's something that you're going to add to the cobbler filling that's going to actually make the cobbler thick, that thick consistency that you get with the peach cobbler. That's what this flour and water is for. So that's mixed up, and we're going to set that to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the next thing that we need to do. Okay, y'all, so let me show y'all what I got. Here's that the flour and the water that eventually that we're going to use after a while. But now we're getting ready to get to the fun part. So I'm getting ready to get my peaches. I'm getting ready to open them up. I'm getting ready to pour them into my pan here. Now they say not to Yeah, I'm really struggling tonight. It's like, how am I supposed to get this stuff open? Like, I'm having to use everything other than what I need to get stuff open. But now they say not to drain the peaches. Make sure these are freestone slices. So I'm gonna go ahead. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all cannot see anything that I'm doing. Move this stuff out the way. So I'm gonna add my peaches. Yeah, that didn't sound right. Ooh, they smell so good, y'all. Like these peaches. Like so good. Alright, so I got my peaches added. Throw this out. Okay. So as y'all know, I'm trying to clean as I go. Now the next step is she said that she added a whole stick of butter, but y'all, that's a whole lot of butter. So I'm thinking maybe like half. No, I'm thinking like maybe half of this I will put in there, because she put like a whole lot of butter in there. So got some butter. And I mean, hopefully I won't need no more than that. I shouldn't need any more than that. A whole stick of butter. We don't want, I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? This is why I hate making stuff new, because it's like I just don't know. I mean, this looks like a pretty good size. I mean, this is that's what hers looked like, but I don't know. I just don't want it super buttery. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and use it and call it a day. Okay, so we got our butter. And now for the seasonings. We've got the ground cinnamon, we got the nutmeg, and the ginger. And y'all, this ginger, like at first I didn't understand, like, and this is optional. The ginger is optional. You don't have to add the ginger, but when I open it, it smells just like peach cobbler. That's what this smells like, literally. So I'm like, I'm definitely gonna be using that. So anyways, so let me go, before I add the seasonings, I want to go and check something. So I won't add it until I get back with y'all. So let me go and check the seasonings, and then we'll be able to get this thing going. So I got it. All right, so I got mine. I'm gonna show y'all all this whenever it's all done before I put it on the stove. So I got my peaches in here, and I got my stick of butter. So now we're gonna have sugar. Now it called for 3/4, y'all, but I just kind of watched her video, and she was just like filling it up. So we're just gonna have to wing this. Okay, and I think that's good enough. That's a good enough amount of sugar. Okay, so we got the sugar, and then after that she added cinnamon. And she just kind of, let me show y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some. I mean, she was just loading the stuff up, y'all. So I'm just like kind of winging it with her. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's enough cinnamon. And then from there we added the nutmeg. Do stuff with one hand. I'm gonna have to look at this doing this. I know that this looks terrible, like not terrible, but like all the stuff that you have to. This ain't really, the nutmeg's really not coming out like it should, but I think that's enough. And then last but not least, the ground ginger. Y'all, that ginger smells so good. Like, that's the first thing that I smell. Like, anytime I'm eating someone's peach cobbler, that's the first thing that I always smell is the ground ginger. Okay, so I think we got enough of that. Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to add some vanilla. We got our vanilla in there, y'all. This smells so good already. All right, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and put it on the stove, and so whenever I get this mixed up, I will get back with y'all. And just need to turn on our oven or the stove to medium. And then we need to just go ahead and just mix this up. Now she says to make sure that everything, make sure that the butter is definitely all the way melted. Y'all, this smells so good, like so good, like super good right now, like so good. So we're just going to keep mixing all this up until, of course, it gets nice and hot and the butter melts and whatnot. But y'all, this looks so good. I know it looks crazy right now, but I guess for those that are used to making peach cobbler, y'all know what it is. So pretty much I'm just going to kind of just let it kind of simmer a little bit, I guess. Do what it does. Looks like the butter is going to do what it does anyway. It's already kind of shredding around and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay guys, so the butter has melted, and as you can see, it's starting to I guess you can say cook a little. I'm going to actually let this try to get a little bit more hotter before I add that flour and water to actually make this more of a thick consistency. But y'all, so far so good. It smells really good. It smells just like peach cobbler. So I'm just going to continue to kind of stir this and let this kind of heat up a little bit more. And then once I actually feel like that it's cooked, you know, the way in enough time that I want it, then I'll go ahead and add that flour and water so that we can go ahead and thicken this consistency. And yeah, I will check in whenever I'm ready for that next step. Okay guys, so I've let this cook, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add this flour mixture that we had. I'm going to go ahead and get that. I'm going to add this to the pot here so that it can turn into like a thick consistency. Okay, so that's added in there, and we'll just keep stirring that up, letting it cook, let it do what it needs to do, praying and hope that it gets thick. Seems like since I've already put it in there, it's getting thick. Now I know that this is, I'm probably not going to eventually add all this juice, because this is real juicy. Did I drop something? Yeah, I'm dropping stuff. Yeah, I ain't trying to make no messes. I ain't about that life. So just trying to clean as I go, y'all. Clean as I go. I'm not about to be up. Like, as soon as this cobbler's done, y'all, I'm checking out. For real. Alright, so let me show y'all what this is looking like. Here it is here, and it's already like starting to thicken up some or whatever. I did put that flour and water mixture in there. I know it looks real, sorry, I thought I dropped some. I know it looks real soupy or whatnot, but y'all, it looks really good. So it's starting to thicken up. Gonna let it continue to cook a little just to get a little bit more thick consistency in that. But y'all, so far this cobbler is turning out pretty good. Now what I'm getting ready to do now, while this is, you know, still cooking up a bit, I'm getting ready to work with the crust, which is pretty simple in my opinion as well. So yeah, y'all, this is the peach cobbler. What it's looking like now. More than likely, all this juice that y'all see, of course, I'm not gonna use all that juice because that'd be real soupy. But we're just going to keep letting it cook or whatnot, letting it thicken up. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, it smells like peach cobbler. So I'm just going to let it continue to cook, and it's like it's still on medium. I did turn it up just a little bit, not a lot. Of course, we don't need no burnt peaches. But yeah, so I'm just going to let that do that, and then we're going to move over to the crust, and we are halfway done with this peach cobbler. So this cobbler filling is done. Yeah, I think that's, let's see. I mean, I feel like it could be a little bit more thicker. So maybe I'll actually, sorry, I didn't mean to do that to y'all. I'll just kind of keep it on the pan that's already hot so that it can keep doing whatever it needs to do. I mean, I feel like that it's thick, but at the same time somewhat runny. So I'm like, well, yeah, maybe I can just kind of keep it on low and let it cook just not, maybe like 5 more minutes, because I feel like this could be somewhat more thicker. Yeah. So I'm going to let that cook on low just for 5 more minutes. And then we're going to move over here to our pie crust. Sorry, y'all. All right, y'all. So here we go with the crust. I got the pie filling is done. So we're going to go ahead with this crust. Now I'll be using, this is still kind of cold. I wonder if it's supposed to be like that. Let's see. If crusts are refrigerated, let pouch stand at room temperature 15 minutes. If crusts are frozen, well, it's definitely been more than 15 minutes, I would say. So, I mean, it just opened up. Yeah, I'm actually so proud of myself. Like, this has been going really, really good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and probably do it this way. We will unroll this. So I got this unrolled. Now I need to go back to the recipe thing and check something, and then I will come back to y'all in just a few minutes. But let me show y'all what it looks rolled out. So more than likely I'm going to be cutting these into squares. But like I said, let me go check the recipe page and I'll come back. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this into squares. So I'll show y'all the more detail once it's done, but I can't do it holding the same thing. So think I cut those right. I should have been cut into squares. It's okay. Well, pretty much, y'all, here's what it looks like. I'm probably going to cut them down some more. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. So now what we're going to do, what it calls for, is just to put the squares in here. I guess they don't necessarily have to be perfect from what I saw. Of course, I can cut them down some more if need be. More than likely I will. Sorry, I'm letting my phone charge, which is why I'm actually holding this. Because yeah, I can't do nothing correctly. I just cut them into squares. And this is going to be our bottom layer. I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably cut some of these down some more. Those, some of these squares, I don't have a lot left, but y'all see what's happening. So I'm going to finish this and then I'll show y'all when I'm done. Pretty much the dumplings of the peach cobbler. This is what I cut up into squares. Some of the squares will look alike. They're wannabe squares. Anyway, so now what I'm getting ready to do, I'm getting ready to go get the filling and I'm getting ready to pour it on top. And then we're going to go from there. And then hopefully soon we'll be popping this baby in the oven. Real quick, this is what it is. So pretty much these are the dumplings on top. I put my mixture in here. I'm going to go ahead and add this extra dough on top to layer it. And then we're going to pop this in the oven. So y'all, this is smelling real good. It looks real good. And y'all, I'm excited. So I don't want to wait too much longer. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to get my last pie dough. Y'all, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I've actually accomplished this. Go ahead and get this open. Make sure I open it right. Yeah. Open this up the right way. Oh, come on. Come on out of there. Quit being stubborn. Now this thing does not want to come out. Of course, the last and final piece of what I need doesn't want to come out right. Okay. So pretty much we're just going to roll this thing out here. Roll it out. Sorry, y'all. I know that this angle's pretty bad, but I'm just trying to do what I need to do. And then we're going to throw this over it. Like so. So it could go like that. Kind of fold it over too, because that's something that I did see her do. And then just kind of like peel. Just kind of do it like that, you know. And then, you know, you can just pull it off. Pull the sides, pull that off. And then you can always just tuck that in. So I'll leave that there. And I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to do the same thing with this side. And more than likely this stuff that I'm pulling off, well, the dough that I'm pulling off the side, I'm going to add in. So we'll go ahead and just kind of just tuck this in there, y'all. This doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. We're going to want to tuck it in. in there. I'm gonna do the same for this side. Just kind of get it in there, you know, just so that it's. And then if need be, you can add like these extra, like the extra pieces that you took off, you can add that to it. You can add some of that like to that. And tear this off and add some over here in the corner. And then add some of that over here. And y'all, I was going to say this chest pie, this peach cobbler, it is good to go. Now before I show y'all this, I'm going to check one more thing on the video, and then we'll be able to go from there. This is what it looks like. Now again, this crust thing here, none of this has to be perfect, like as long as it's covered up and things like that. So this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to take some of this extra juice that I have, like some of this, and kind of brush it. Oh, that's kind of hot. I guess, and just kind of pour it over it just a little bit, just to kind of, you know, make it look. Ooh, don't do that. Just like that, you know, just taking some juice and pouring it over it. I did see her do that. She had like an actual brush though. I don't have that, so we're just gonna use what we got to do that. Add a little bit more of that cobbler. Sorry, I'm completely unfocused. Add a little bit more of that cobbler juice to it and brush it down so that it looks really good. Sorry y'all, I'm trying to make sure I got everything covered how I want it. Yeah, this is looking super good. This is looking really good. I'm so proud of myself. Just a little bit more juice here. All the sides and stuff are getting juiced up and whatnot. Put some in the corner over here. Spread that out. Yeah, I think this bad boy is ready to go into the oven. It's ready. It's ready. Alright y'all, so here's the finished, well this ain't the finished product, the almost undone finished product of the peach cobbler. So we're going to go ahead and stick it in the oven. The oven has been preheated to 350. I actually just put it in there, or just turned it on, so we're going to go ahead and put cobblers in there. We're going to let that cook for about 30-35 minutes, and yeah. Okay guys, so that was, you know what, I got some stuff I need to put in the refrigerator. So I just made that peach cobbler, y'all. That was so simple. The only part that I'm nervous about now is it actually being done. Right now I've got it in the oven. The lady that usually does, well, that I watched for YouTube, cooked it for like, she said 35 to 40 minutes. So I'm just like, well, how am I know if it's done? You know, like the inside and stuff is done, but I don't know. I'm just going to let it cook for like 35. I'm going to keep watching it and making sure that it's cooked for like 35 minutes. But y'all, I mean, it was so simple. I can say on some of the things, like the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the ginger, I kind of just winged it because, I mean, watching her video, I mean, she did have like measurements and she had everything listed, but it was like I didn't have everything, so I just kind of watched what she did and just kind of winged it. And you know, we'll just have to see how this works out. So y'all heard about my Velveeta shenanigans story, but actually a friend actually was able to get this for me, so I'm so thankful and grateful for her for able to do that, helping me out with that. And I just got some other cheeses for the macaroni and cheese. Now I'm not making this until tomorrow. I'm going to my mom's house to make macaroni and cheese, and then in the morning I'm going to be making the cheesecake. The cheesecake will take me no time, but I don't feel like doing any kind of mixing or anything tonight. But peach cobbler was enough, so it's already like midnight. It's like 12, probably going on 1. So let me get the other stuff that I'm going to need. Go ahead and put everything in this bag. That way I won't forget it. And I got my elbow macaroni and cheese. Got my evaporated milk. Yeah, pretty much got everything, y'all. So, got that. Got this. I'm just going to put these cheeses in the refrigerator so that they stay nice and cool. So y'all tell me why. So me and a friend were out and she wanted to get something, well I wanted to get something to eat too. So we went to get something to eat. First we stopped at White Castle, but then we realized that their menu has changed. Anyhow, we're not even gonna get into that. So I went to Chipotle. We went to Chipotle, I ordered my food, everything. I'm getting ready to check, cash out. So I'm looking at my purse and I'm like, my money's not in here. Now usually I don't carry cash on me at all. Everything's on my debit card. But yeah, usually everything is on my debit card. But I'm looking around in my purse, I'm digging, and I'm like, good grief. So long story short, my money was not even in my purse because I forgot that earlier today I was carrying another purse. So I was just like, really? Like, I just was devastated. This is why I don't carry cash on me. Like, everything's on my card. It's already with me. It's in my wallet. But I was just for certain that I had that with me. But y'all, I'm so tired. But anyway, the reason why I brought that up is because I don't know what I'm going to eat. Because I haven't eaten anything since, well, practically yesterday, since it's midnight. I haven't eaten anything. I don't know. I'm probably just going to make me a sandwich and some chips and call it a night. Because I'm definitely not leaving to go get anything. And I'm pretty sure everything is closed. So I really, really wanted that Chipotle. Like, y'all, it was devastating. This is why I don't carry cash. But then again, it was just me. I should have been, something told me literally to like check my purse before I left to make sure that I had everything, to make sure I had my money. But anyhow, y'all, so I'm super tired. But I'll get back on here with y'all whenever this peach cobbler is done. Then that's when I'll check on with y'all, and then I'll be ending the vlog for that because of course I have all day to vlog as well. So sorry for that face, but yes, I've got all day tomorrow to vlog and then probably all week. So yeah, y'all have plenty of footage. And well, I guess I won't address that tonight, but probably tomorrow I'll address some things concerning some subscribers. But anyhow, I'll check in with y'all when the cobbler's done. So here's the final verdict of the peach cobbler, y'all. It looks so good and it smells good. But yeah, this is pretty much it when it's done.